Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video. We are back for another live. So, talking about mind body transformation. When you work on your body and you work on your mind, it changes your life. You are just no longer the same person anymore, right? You are better than how you were. Just put it like that. Are you going to see every single bit of the change that you want to see? No, maybe your bank account is not gonna be is not. Maybe when you check your bank account, the $1 million is not in there. But I wish we could lock up those doors. They're like I hear a ton of noise coming from that machine. Um, so I'm not sure if that's gonna affect the audio of the um, you know, the live. But um, hey, Christy. So the mind body transformation, because this is a um yeah, thank you. The mind body transformation, because this is where the rubber meets the road. Because you need to change, you need to improve, you need to grow, become better than how you were, and you cannot just sit down where you are doing the same old and expect to get any good results. That just that is just not gonna happen. So this is when training your mind and training your body comes into play. Training your body is self-explanatory, but a lot of people still don't do it. And when you said, "Are you in shape?" Start looking at you a little crazy. Oh, you think you are better off than me? Blah blah. No, not really. That is not what we are trying to do. Put you down. We're not trying to put you down in any way, shape, or form. That is not what that is not what's going on here. But you have to understand here, we are working on mind body. So you have to do the work. You have to train your body. And you have to train your mind. Training your body should be quite easy. No, sir, I don't do any of that stuff. I do not do any of that stuff. Mogo, nope, I don't. Right? So, that's that's pretty easy. When I said, okay, get you a gym membership and go down to the gym. And take out your credit card, purchase a running shoes, and hit the pavement. So do some running plus working out, hybrid fitness, because that is what I promote. I promote hybrid fitness. You know, all right. I promote hybrid fitness. Put in the work, workout, push-ups, pull-ups, lift weights, and run. Put in the work. You want to look different when you walk, when you step outside. You want to feel different also. When you look into the mirror, how do you want to feel about yourself? You know, you have to take a look at that. Now, working on the mind, we can borrow from the physical fitness workout and try to use that to explain how you work on the mind. All right, working on the body is just plain old repetition. You're going to be doing the same things over and over and over again for a very long time to come. That is just how it's going to be. Once you stop working out, those muscles go away. Let's say you are a avid reader, voracious reader, I should say, and you read tons, and you became extremely smart. We have to like really listen to you quite a few times before we can even understand what you are saying. But you stop the reading, yeah, you just cancel reading. You're like, I'm not gonna read anymore. What's gonna happen? You are going to go right back to where you were. So we want to avoid stepping away from the work that we use to propel us, to get us to where we are now. So this is why you're gonna have to put in those reps day in, day out for a long time to come. Take some days off here and there, but for the most part, no days off. Do the work, daily grind. Now, training the mind, because we know how to train the body, not that hard, even though a lot of people just don't do it. Now, training the mind. What do we do here? Some things that we can work on. Work on your thoughts, because we need some clean thoughts, pleasant thoughts, right? Also, we need clean and pleasant vocabulary. So certain words we eliminated, and then we focus on putting some words into our vocabulary, and these words are going to become our new, are going to become our new way of speaking. Pretty much, that is what is going to happen there. All right. So we want to eliminate certain words: hate, revenge, resentful, anger, bitterness. I don't like you. You are this. You are that. Those words, we're gonna eliminate them and put in words: kindness, caring, love, compassionate, beautiful, joyful, loving, hopeful, kind, peaceful, abundance, success, prosperity. Put in some new words that we don't typically use. These words exist, we hear them, but we don't typically use them. So they are not in our active vocabulary. Not good. So we need to make these words our active vocabulary. All right. Ivana, Medina. Hi. All right. Now, every single day when we get up, we're going to have to put in the reps. Same thing for the body. You do the same workout over and over and over. Same thing for the mind. You're going to have to do the same reps over and over and over and over. So, I am affirmations, prosperity affirmations, positive affirmations, prayers, quotes, personal development, and see, I think did I got them all? Maybe there's one more somewhere there. Anyways, gratitude. Yes, gratitude, and that's a big one on the list. Giving thanks. That one is very hard for a lot of people, and I can see why. Some people don't really see anything to be grateful about right now, and that's hard. So to get you to be grateful right now, it's very difficult. You are behind on your bills. Your car is broken. Your car keeps on broken down. Life, your job sucks. Life is just not giving you what you really want out of life right now. So to be grateful can be extremely difficult. And there are some things that you might have to do in order to get yourself in a better situation where you can start being grateful, or you can actually start being grateful right now by not ignore. Look at your present circumstance and look at the good in it and give thanks for those good. Not easy to do, but it can be done. Like, and then you can start to eliminate the headaches. Look for the things that's causing you pain, causing you headache, and costing you a ton of energy. You are burning a lot of energy focusing on all these things. Take up a whole lot of your brain space on all that, and we do not want that at all. So you can start eliminating some of those things. Just look around. Okay, is this thing here adding value to my life, or in any way, shape, or form? No. Is it making my life better? Is it making me peaceful? No. Yeah, it's actually making me worse than how I thought I would. Okay? Makes you angry, makes you bitter, makes you resentful. Cut it out. Slash it. Get rid of it. Need to be, because you can't sacrifice yourself for everything and everybody. It's just not good. You're going to become one of the most resentful people you will ever know. We do not want to do that. We do not want to sacrifice ourselves for other people. The truth is, nobody is going to sacrifice themselves for you. They are not. And that's fair. That's fine. That's totally okay. So this is why you're going to have to put yourself first. Look at the problems in your life. The ones that you can eliminate right now, go ahead and do so. That work, that needs to get done. You might have to be a little ruthless, a little cold, but this is up to you, or this is on you, right? So we do not want, to hurt ourselves because of other people, right? People pleasing. That is something that we're going to have to get good at not doing. I don't like people pleasing. It doesn't work for you, and it doesn't work for the people who you are trying to please. Believe me, it won't. Only gonna make you bitter, and they are gonna be bitter too. So we don't want to do that. We want to have those boundaries and those respect. Like, I'm not gonna try to please you, and I just hope if we still can be friends, great. If not, then we're gonna have to part ways. But I am not going to do the people pleasing anymore. You have to stand up and say something about that. As we do not want that type of resentment towards those people, and we do not want them to resent us either. So we want to stop it before it even arrives, develop, or occur or happen. We just don't want that to happen. Okay, so prevent ourselves from falling into pleasing other people. It's like you even hear women said this sometimes, that they resent their husbands, they resent their children. Just imagine, these are like her family, and she resent them because she feels like she is people pleasing. We do not want to put that burden on anyone, right? No. Working on the mind body. This is mandatory. We don't get to dictate when this work gets done. This work needs to be done however we have to. Right? So every single day when you get up, you're gonna have to remember the mind needs its washing, it needs its sanitizing, it needs your mind needs this you know good hygiene, right? We work on everything else. We work on everything else. Some of us works on the body, of course, but we work on everything else except working on our minds and sometimes our bodies. We just don't do the work to clean our minds and clean our bodies. Exercise does that. There is a certain feeling. Hey, Owen Campbell, there's a certain feeling when you came back, after you work out and then you came back for a run, from a run. There's a certain feeling. I can't explain that feeling to you. You have to eventually work out and run and get that feeling for yourself. That's just part of it, right? And so the mind needs its workout as well. Now, this is when repetition comes into play. Cleaning up our thoughts, cleaning up our vocabulary, and also cleaning up our mind. Oh, that was you, Owen, or no? Um, so we want to clean up our thoughts. Now, Helen, good to see you. Appreciate you. See you back. So, clean up our thoughts. This is daily work here now, folks. This is every day. Why should you clean your thoughts every day? Well, when you go through your day, you hear your colleagues complaining about whatever's going on around them. Maybe your friends, them and their partners, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever is not getting along. You have to hear that stuff. When you hear, you turn on your YouTube channel and you hear the latest gossip, and you sit down and listen to that gossiping for a couple hours, you have your own problems going on. Maybe with you and your own spouse, your own partner, your own boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Maybe it's like maybe your family has drama going on. So for you go through the day, hearing all of these problems. Now what do? You just come home, take a shower, crack a beer open, listen to some more gossips, and then you go off to bed. And then you might listen to the music, which is nothing but gossiping, because they sound just the same as the people who are on the freaking internet. Okay? So what do? This is why you have to clean your minds and clean your thoughts and clean up your vocabulary. Because the thing is, it's so important when we are speaking. What leaves our mouth? It's so crucial. We do not get to dictate how the other person is going to react to us. We don't get to dictate that. So this is why it's best for us to have a nice, clean, pleasant vocabulary. So the words that we use, the words that leaves our mouth, are typically high level high level words that we use to communicate. There are low level words: cursing out people, being angry, being hateful, being resentful, being bitter, being nasty, being mean, being rude. That's low level, right? We can avoid that by implementing words of success, prosperity, joy, happiness, peace, beauty, joy, fulfilling, glorious, dynamic, happy, giving thanks, gratitude, being grateful, being kind, being caring, being compassionate. And of course, you throw some good old, prosperity affirmations in there. Words like rich and wealthy, and successful and prosperous, money. Why not? Let's just go. If we are going to go there, why not just go all the way? Okay? And that vocabulary sounds far more better than belittling somebody, putting them down, putting them in their place, treating them, you know, extremely horribly. And we don't want to do that. Now, the conclusion that I came to: if I cannot be nice to you, if I cannot respect you, if I cannot love you, I really do not want to be anywhere near you. That's just where I'm at right now with it now. So, the people who want to be loved and treated well, those people I prefer. It's easier for me. I want life to be easy. I want life to be easy, joyful, playful, and fun. That's what life's supposed to be about, right? Now, working on your mind, working on your body helps you to create a much more happier life. We can listen to what these people are saying here. Oh, you can have this, you can have that, and okay, but how do you do that? A lot of people are here talk about I just want to be happy, but how do you achieve happiness? I don't think it's a good goal. I really don't. I don't. I think it's a terrible goal to strive for. What I think people should focus on is the process that helps you to become happy. Focus on the process. And what I'm teaching you here is the process that I use to change my life. Oh, and also to maintain the growth that I acquire. I am still growing, I'm still learning, and I'm still working on myself. Not over. Day in, day out. Okay? So, you're going to have to respect yourself enough to do the work. And this is something too. Anytime I allowed myself to be disrespected, I notice I have become such um I don't think mean is the right word. Anytime I allow myself to be disrespected, I notice how I react. We don't want to react that way. Right? And I have felt in I have felt low quite a few times. And I notice every time when that happens, when I am in that state of bitterness and resentment, is anytime I lower myself and I stop respecting myself, then I fell into whatever happens to me there, and then I became one of the most bitterest person I could ever even know. So now I understand how to do that. Just don't lower myself. Respect myself. So if I respect myself, because you see the thing is for you not to fall low, you're gonna have to work to stay up here. A lot of us, like you see people who like they win the lottery, and or they even go to the gym and lose some weight, and they start to feel good about themselves, and then they fell off and the weight comes right back. You do not feel the same way. You earn quite a bit of money, your business start booming, and then you start doing stupid things and you fell off. You are not the same person. That jolly jovial person that you knew, happy go lucky guy that you knew, or was just talking about life, and express himself in the most beautiful way, the most wonderful way, the most joyful way, the most peaceful way, the most exciting way, exuberant way. And all of a sudden you said, what's going on here? Hey, what happened to Paul? I noticed he's just not him. He's just not the way how he was, like, 3 months ago. What's going on here? Well, the guy stopped doing what he was doing and he fell off. You are just not the same person anymore. So, transformation, you do the work, you acquire a certain feeling. Your vibration is good. You might not have everything you want yet, but you are happy. You are relaxed, you are peaceful, you are quiet, you are reliable, you are showing up on time, you are showing up to the people in your lives. Maybe that's your wife, your kid, your kids, your family members, your close friends. You are showing up, and you are showing up for yourself. You get into the gym and you put in the work every single day. You get on the pavement, hit the pavement, you start running, you run every single day. Maybe not every single day, but you know that you get the point. Because sometimes you need to do things often, frequently, and sometimes systematically, maybe, right? And you've been putting all this work in. You feel good about yourself when you are working on yourself. Same thing for your mind. You gotta put in the reps every single day. You gotta work on your thoughts. You gotta make sure that your vocabulary is up to date and active, ready to go. So when you are talking, what flies out of your mouth? It hold those people. Oh my God! Success, prosperity, joy, peace, abundance, wonderful, beautiful. You know. Oh, this planet is so great. Oh, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be alive. You know, I am happy. I am joyful. I am successful. I am free. Financial abundance, prosper. And then you start talking like that. What thing gonna happen? Most people won't turn away from you. They won't. They want to hear more of that stuff. They love it. They'll be like, I want to spend more time with Gregory here. Hmm? Yeah. So that's why your vocabulary needs to be high, of a higher frequency words. When I say high frequency, I'm not talking about these big words that you will never use. I'm talking about the frequency, the energy, the vibe that comes out of you, or that you radiate. You radiate, peace, prosperity, abundance. You radiate that vibe, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Being miserable, angry, hateful, resentful does not radiate a high energy. No, those are low energy. When you go around those kind of people who talking like that, have you ever feel any type of high energy around those people? I don't even want to be anywhere near those people. They come around and be like, oh God, no, Jesus Christ, oh man. I'm like, oh God, uh, Reese, I do not want to be around her. Because you just by looking at a person, you be like, I don't want to be anywhere near this person. You know what I mean? So to keep up, to stay in a high frequency, a high energy, a high vibe, the things that worked for me, working on your thoughts, working on your vocabulary, cleaning your mind with the repetition, because you need to get into the habit of repeating stuff. And these things need to be repeated. I am important. I am important. I respect myself. I love myself. I am proud of myself. I am valued. I value myself. I am brave. I am strong. I am fierce. I am courageous. I am confident. I am bold and outgoing. Right? When you start, I am kind, I am caring, I am loving, I am compassionate, I am peaceful, I am joyful, I am calm, I am beautiful, I am wonderful. My life is beautiful, wonderful, joyful. My life is paradise, heaven on earth. And you start talking like this. Now, it takes some training, because what I'm saying here, you might be like, oh, I don't talk like that. No, you don't. This is not how I talk normally, but this is how I train myself to talk. And it's been working so far, as you can hear the way how I spit these, beautiful words out. You know what I mean? So that's what your vocabulary should sound like. And you said, okay, so his mind is clean because he's speaking in a clean, pleasant way. Right? And my thoughts is also clean because I speak in a clean, pleasant way. Right? So that's why the practice comes in. Build the vocabulary. Clean up your thoughts. Clean up your mind. Work on your body. Hybrid fitness is recommended. And guess what? You might not have everything you want, but you will have a bit more happiness. You will be a bit more joyful, a bit more playful. You won't think too much of negativity. You won't think too much of poverty. You won't think you will thinking of achieving more. And you want more out of life. That's how you will be thinking. You know what I mean? Right. Okay. So yes, you have to be you have to be that though. Ways of being takes practice. That's the same thing. The same thing. It takes practice. You have to practice. You can't just be something. No. You have to practice being that thing. So, not sure what you're talking about there. You can't just have something. Oh, I am just like this. Maybe some people are like that. But no. You have to practice being the way how you want to be. Just saying. But I'm going to leave it there, folks. And we're going to have to put in the work and work on ourselves every single day in, day out. Change our thoughts, change our lives. Clean up our minds, clean up our vocabularies, work on our bodies. This is called transformation. This will change the game for you, for me, and for the people in your life. We don't need to argue and fight with anybody anymore. It's like I don't even want to argue with people anymore. I really don't. I'm trying to run away from people who likes to argue. Some people just like to fight and they're looking for a fight, and I'm like, it's not that I'm not a fighter, but I refuse to lower myself. That's it. We don't want to do that. Okay? All right then, folks. Catch you soon in a new video. All right, bye for now. Take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below.